Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Frankie, and welcome back to your weekly news roundup. It's the time of the week where I sit down and talk you through some of the biggest stories in games. Luna. Oh, thank you, miss. Thank you for the kiss. Come on in. She's ready. Let's roll the intro. Our first major news story of the week comes from Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda Studios. Who saw this coming? And for a mere $7.5 billion. Wow. If I knew they were up for sale, I probably would have put a bid in myself. Let me see, what have I got? Got a tenner, some gum, and yeah, my cat. You know what? Actually, no, you can't have her, sorry. In all seriousness though, gone are the days of Xbox having no exclusives. They could potentially make every new entry from franchises such as Doom, Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, all exclusive to the Xbox platform. Luckily, Bethesda has spoken out about this whole situation and said that they're running semi-independently with Microsoft, meaning that their studio culture is unaffected, which honestly is probably the best bet in this situation, because let's be fair, we don't want an acquisition to ruin a studio like Bethesda if there's sort of practices that they have to abide to. They get to run exactly how they've been running before, working with all the studios they had before, and I think it's a good move. There is a massive point that I'd like to push forward to you guys, because this could be a massive change for gaming as we know it. Subscription services are looking like they might become the norm soon, especially with the introduction of all digital consoles this next generation. You tell me, would you rather pay £60–70, because that's how much the games are going to cost in the next generation? Would you risk that money and then the game be terrible? Or would you pay upwards of $7.99 a month for a service like Game Pass, where now all of Bethesda's new launches are going to be releasing on Game Pass for you to try day one at a fraction of the cost? With Bethesda Studios and their fan-loved franchises, this is a no-brainer. It's also now been confirmed that Doom Eternal is going to be arriving on Game Pass on October 1st, by the way, and we're yet to see whether or not that's going to be Game Pass Ultimate on PC, but I think because Microsoft really want to push PC next generation, I think this is going to be an Xbox and PC thing. Also, Phil Spencer spoke out this week about some of the PS5 exclusives that Bethesda have yet to deliver upon. These include games such as Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, which both look awesome by the way. But those games are being honoured by Microsoft, and any later console exclusives or console games are going to be worked on a case-by-case basis, so they can decide whether or not they want it to be an exclusive or not. Anyway, I want to know, has this swayed your console purchase for next gen? Are you now thinking of Xbox because you can't bear to see some franchises like Doom and Elder Scrolls go? But yeah, let me know, man, because this is really shaking up the game, and I've seen a lot of people this week actually stray from PlayStation and jump over to Xbox because of the acquisition. It's a major move by Xbox, not gonna lie. Big moves. We're flying this week straight into our quickfire news section because we've got 3 cool stories that are just so short I thought I'd throw them in. So here we go. Call of Duty Cold War will run at 60 frames per second on PS5. Frankly, this isn't good enough in my opinion. While players will see some improvement with the servers being 120Hz, the frame rate cap of 60 FPS makes this next gen feel more like a step rather than a leap. And I feel like next gen should be a leap, right? Because then it incorporates the next gen. I don't know. I'm struggling to see this one right now, PlayStation. I really am. Again, I'm sorry, console players. One day you will get to experience 120 FPS, and it will be in this next generation. I just think it's going to take some time for developers to get used to the actual technology behind it and get as much power as they need out of the consoles. But for now, yeah, I'm not impressed. I personally would have thought that Call of Duty would have run at 120 FPS. Maybe not on Ground War because the maps are huge and there's a lot more action, but in general, they should have pushed for way more than 60. Let's just hope it's a stable 60, because they haven't been able to do that for the past couple of generations that they said they have. On to our next quickfire news story this week, and Sony has confirmed that SpiderMan PS4 owners will have to purchase a new copy of the game on PS5, as there will be no free upgrades. To be honest, I don't know why people are so surprised by this. As soon as I saw there was a remaster of the original game within the Ultimate Edition of Spider-Man Miles Morales, they're not really going to give away the free upgrades because they want you to buy the Ultimate Edition. So in my opinion, if you want to replay the old game, buy the Ultimate Edition. I know it's annoying, but at least it's remastered, hey. And our final quickfire news story comes from Xbox. Xbox has announced their 1TB expandable storage drives for the Xbox Series S and X. And guess what? They're coming in at $220. You can use your existing external hard drives, but if you really want to experience Xbox's new velocity architecture and speed, you're going to have one of these bad boys. Next gen's looking a little bit more expensive now, hey? Who would have thought? On to our final major news story. On to our final major news story of the week, and it's from Amazon. Amazon has dove headfirst into cloud-based streaming this week with their new platform, Luna. I would make a joke with my cat Luna, but she ran away after I offered her for Bethesda earlier, so moving on. The service that was previously codenamed Tempo is now open for US residents to register their interest for early access. The introductory price is $5.99 a month and promises over 100 games at launch. Some of the games included on the Luna Plus channel are Resident Evil 7, Control, A Plague's Tale: Innocence, The Surge 2, and more. The controller looks pretty cool, if not fairly similar. But would you ever try out cloud-based gaming or streaming? Have you done it before? Let me know in the comments below. And that brings us to the end of your weekly news roundup. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Frankie, and if you feel like staying up to date on all the video game content you need, feel free to follow my socials down below. They'll be on the screen somewhere. As always, look after yourselves and others around you, especially now. COVID's not looking good in London, so please wear your mask. Just be a general good person. Look after yourselves and others around you. That's the point. I appreciate you. Have a lovely weekend. Peace.